Episode 14. Mysterious. Push it! Who is pushing it? Edward, you coward! He did not, Serena said. You want him to go down with you. Eva, you are so fucked up. Edward was dazed. He did not expect Serena to defend him, and he felt grateful. However, at the same time, he was proud of his own charm. Serena is still into him. That's right. He was her first love after all. Secretly pleased, Edward looked at Serena differently. The policeman wrote something down and said, "Come with us anyway, to make a statement." Edward nodded. As long as he was not considered a part of this, then it was good. Go get the surveillance camera recording as the evidence. And are you willing to be the witness? Serena asked, and looked to the shop assistant that was talking to her. No problem. Absolutely. Rest assured, Mrs. Robinson. Everyone here could be your witness. This woman was slandering you and inventing stories. Seeing how things had changed, Eva cried madly. Serena, how dare you treat me this way? My cousin will not let this go. The Cox family will not let this go. Oh? Serena said calmly. Then I will wait and see. Eva was a nobody. She was sending Eva to the police, not only to avenge herself, but also to give Lila a slap on the face. Eva was Lila's cousin, and Serena wanted to provoke her to challenge Lila officially. Since Eva had crossed Jake, she was doomed anyway. Very soon, Eva was taken away. The crowd scattered as well. Jake and Serena walked out of the shopping mall, speechless. Wait up, Serena! It was the voice of Edward. Serena turned back and saw Edward catching up, running. Seeing her pretty face, Edward smiled. Serena, it has been so long. I can't imagine that you had married. I did not expect you to be with Eva either, Serena said sarcastically. Edward looked embarrassed and cut to the chase. Next month on the 8th, we will have a high school reunion. Please join us. I could not locate you before, and now I can invite you. High school reunion? Serena remembered. In her previous lifetime, she had gone to the same reunion. The venue was in a 6-star hotel, and she was invited by her so-called good friend. After she went, Eva repeatedly targeted her. Because Serena had a short temper, Eva and Lila set her up and spread the rumor that Serena had gone through plastic surgeries and sold her body for her diploma. She had been completely embarrassed. What was worse was that Jake had been brought to the same hotel by Lila, witnessing her embarrassment. However, he had said nothing the entire time. It was as if he did not know her. He had been cold to the bones and completely indifferent. No one had known that she was his wife, and nobody had believed that she was slandered. The bad reputation had followed her for her entire lifetime after the reunion. Because of that, she hated Lila to the bones. However, she had never hated Jake then. Now thinking back, this man was incredibly ruthless. Reminded of that, her lingering feelings for him disappeared completely. This man was not someone she could handle. Instead of falling for him, she should set herself free as soon as possible. However, she did not expect that the host of the reunion, Edward, would invite her to go. Seeing her indifferent look, Edward did not know what she was thinking and asked carefully, Serena? Serena looked up, smiled and said, Okay, I'll be there. Edward was overjoyed. Great! I'll contact you then. Then he looked at the tall figure next to Serena. Serena was nothing, but the man next to her was someone Edward would like to get introduced to. If Mr. Robinson has time, please join us as well." Edward felt nervous saying that. Since Mr. Robinson was so mysterious, Edward was afraid that he would refuse. Jake simply nodded. Edward was relieved, feeling great. As long as he did not turn it down, there was hope. Edward definitely wanted to be connected to Jake. Back in the car, Jake took out a cigarette and started to smoke slowly. The puff of white smoke surrounded Jake's face, making his flawless face even more mysterious. His movements were so elegant, as if he were in a painting. Serena knew very well that he was thinking about something. Jake did not usually smoke. However, whenever he had something he could not figure out, he would light a cigarette and think. However, what was on his mind? Serena felt that maybe it had something to do with her. However, she suddenly felt like she was giving herself too much credit. She curled her lips out of self-mockery and saw Jake looking at her. His eyes were so deep. Serena felt something was off and asked insecurely, "What is it?" Jake did not speak, but held down the cigarette between his fingers and moved closer to Serena. Serena was even more nervous, cringing, his eyes fixed on her face. Jake did not speak. However, he gradually looked down at her lips. Feeling a bomb was dropped in her brain, Serena suddenly blushed. She could not help thinking of the theory. When a man looked at the lips of a woman, he only wanted one thing, which was to kiss her. Feeling blank, Serena moved back, blushed, and closed her eyes.